Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I have a big mixture of a video for you guys. This video is going to be made up of multiple failed video attempts. The story behind all of this is that just for some reason I wasn't able to put together the whole video. So listing what you're about to see, number one is a small selection of Monster High items, specifically vintage Y2K Monster High items that I got from Vinted. These were supposed to be featured in a full-length video, but I thought that the items I ordered would make up a full video, but honestly, it's a pretty small amount of things, so obviously like making an entire video of a small package of Monster High items just didn't make sense to me. The second part of this video is going to be of me reviewing two pieces of Killstar Monster High merchandise. The story behind this one is that I was supposed to do a full-length video reviewing every single Monster High clothing item and accessory that was on Killstar's website. Unfortunately though, after I filmed the full video, I realized that I just didn't really like my own review, to be honest. Because I'm still a beginner YouTuber, I was a bit scared of causing arguments if I don't like something and other people like them. I didn't want people to come for me and say that like my opinion is wrong. Honestly, in the end, I just gave up. So if you guys are still interested in my opinion about the Monster High Killstar collab, I can try to re-record a better video where I talk about each item and what I think about the whole thing. I also have my personal opinion about Killstar itself, which I'm going to very shortly share before we get into the Killstar review that I do have in this video today. But now moving over to the third part of this video is a G3 Monster High jewelry box that I purchased from TK Maxx. Now for this one, I have recorded an intro and I have recorded the full video of me unboxing it, and this was just one of those cases where my self-esteem was getting to me a little bit. I watched back the video and I realized that my hair didn't look good, my face looked puffy, I didn't like my makeup, and then once again, just the problem of me being a beginner. I felt like I kind of lost the plot and the things that I was talking about just weren't worthy for YouTube, I would say. Basically, I ended up not really resonating with any of the video. Also, the footage just wasn't really great either, so lots of tiny problems with that. But I did save two short videos of the box itself and some of the items that were in the box, so I thought as a cool down for the end of the video, I would show you guys those two short videos. I would show you what the box looks like, because I do think that it is a really cool box. And anything that I still have a footage of, I'm gonna show you what was inside, and we can just take a quick look, talk about whether we like them or not, take a quick look at what G3 Monster High merch looks like. Those are the three things that we're gonna look at in this video. It's a big mishmash of random Monster High items. As usual, let me know in the comments what was your favorite, what was your least favorite, what is your opinion about the things that I've shown in this video. Thank you so much for being here, and let's get into the first little Vinted unboxing slash review. So when I ordered this small pack of vintage Monster High items, I was very excited about finding some real vintage gems, which I'm still excited about them, but this unboxing is a little underwhelming, I would say. The box is a little scratched up, but that is to be expected from vintage items, so I don't really care about that. It's still in good condition. This keychain I love, and it's honestly my favorite thing from this package. I do plan on taking the string off and putting the charm on a different type of keychain, but it is a strong string, so I'm happy about that. It didn't break and it's been holding up very well since. Next, I got two zipper bracelets, which are such a throwback. Like, I completely forgot about how big these were back in the earlier 2000s. But as someone who's trying to be really careful about what I'm purchasing, I was a little upset at myself for buying these because I do not wear these colors and I do not wear these types of bracelets, so I don't want to buy anything just for it to sit in my closet. Since then, I have taken the charms off and I'm going to put them on different types of bracelets, and I will give away these bracelets. But since this channel is about my collection and my collecting habits, I just wanted to show the reality of sometimes by the time your ordered item arrives, you don't really feel happy about the purchase you've made because you feel like it just didn't make sense for you. And finally, what really surprised me, and not in a good way, is the condition that these hairbands that were included in the package. One of them was extremely broken, the second one was like quite broken, and the third one was okay, but it still looked like it was about to break very, very soon. I think as a seller, you should check these items before you sell them. The minimum would be to do what I'm doing right now and check if what you're selling is actually good, because the seller could have figured this out very easily if they tested themselves. So this was a little upsetting, but yeah, other than that, I'm fine. So now we're gonna get into my little Killstar review. I have ordered a dress and I have ordered a pair of pants, and the reason why I ordered this is because Killstar was having a huge sale of their Monster High items. It was clear that it was a limited stock and they were down to the few final pieces that nobody has bought, so they wanted to just like clear everything out and finish the Monster High collab. So they had huge sales going on in the Monster High section. So I was like, you know what, finally I'm gonna look through this section and see what they have. Obviously they didn't really have anything anymore, but I did like the pants and I thought the dress was nice, so I ended up ordering those two on a massive discount. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, on full price I probably would have not bought anything, just based on the fact that these things that I got, they're extremely thin material, and I would say that they're not made of the best material, so I don't necessarily think that they are worth the price. I used to have some bags from Killstar which were really durable, really great for years and years and years. I had great use of them, and in the end I ended up selling them on Vinted because I got bored of them, honestly. So those were really nice quality. So I'm not saying that Killstar is never nice quality, but I think regarding the clothes, the quality of the material doesn't always match the high price of some of the items. That is something to think about. Maybe you love Killstar enough that for you the price is always worth it. We're all different. I think if you're alternative, you should be really careful with any fast fashion company that sells alternative stuff. I just think a lot of these alternative fast fashion stores capitalize on the fact that alternative people usually have a harder time finding stuff for themselves. So they put the prices really, really high because they know that the people who are desperate will buy them. Be careful because they're gonna take your money, and don't overbuy from these places. Try to be a bit mindful. And also, if you're trying to get into the alternative lifestyle and clothing style, don't just order everything off of Killstar and say, hey, I'm done. But delve into the process and the beauty of the process of slowly finding your style and building up a wardrobe by getting clothes from different places and learning DIY methods. And obviously, there's no rule to what you should wear or how you should dress. So if you don't like DIY, no one's forcing you to do DIY. If you don't like thrifting, no one's forcing you to thrift. But I think that these shops can exploit people, and we need to be self-aware, and we need to make sure that we don't let them exploit us. So that's my opinion on Killstar. I think it's a good website. Some of their stuff is really cool. I personally think the price, sometimes it's a bit too much, a bit too high for stuff that is 100% polyester pretty much always, and is really thin polyester. And I also think that sometimes it seems like, and this is just my opinion, I'm just alleging this, okay? I'm not stating any facts. But to me, it seems like sometimes they're kind of preying on alternative people and they're trying to take advantage of the fact that some, especially younger alternative people, don't know how to get into the culture. They don't know where to start. So they're like, hey, buy our €100 polyester top. And then they're gonna buy it and they're gonna think that, okay, now I'm alternative, which some people might think like, yeah, if you have a pentagram on your shirt, that immediately makes you alternative. I don't think it does. I think a lot of the mindset and the way you live is also part of whether you're alternative or not. That being said, the cat's gonna stop talking trash. I recorded 2 quick videos showing the clothing items that I got and kind of reviewing them, talking about them. So we're gonna look at those. And if you guys have any Killstar clothing, if you guys have any Killstar Monster High clothing, I would love to hear your opinions about them in the comments. And we can get into this now because I've been talking for 10 minutes. So first I got this dress. It's a bit sheer, but they did give me a separate black dress to wear underneath, so that is definitely a plus point. I did not expect them to give that with the dress. I do have to say the material of both dresses feels very soft and it's really comfortable to wear this dress. I do like the pattern, but at the same time I feel like I need a second opinion, so let me know what you guys think. I love weird designs, but I'm also still questioning whether I should keep this dress or not. If you only look at these parts and these parts, they are very low-key. But then you have this sleeve, which is completely Monster High themed, and this is the one sleeve that honestly is saving the entire dress for me, because this is very, 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 very Monster High. It makes the whole dress feel better, and I do kind of wish they put a little bit more of this on the rest of the dress. I also really like this design. I think the whole dress is just very Frankenstein themed, which I love. I love Frankenstein. It has more pink than blue. The top part is blue, which I'm not really a fan of, to be honest. I feel like it's just not my color. Like, look at me right now. I feel like I'm not shining. But I like this dress enough that it gives me confidence. I do think that you need the right accessories for this. You need the right everything to make this dress really pop and to make it really work. But I think this dress could be casual enough to wear it for shopping or stuff like that, but at the same time, if I go out partying or something, I could also wear this dress. So it's really soft. The dress that I got to wear under it is also extremely soft and comfortable. The pants, by the way, they are also extremely soft and they feel very comfy. I like the star details. It also says Killstar a bunch on the pants, which I'm not... Like, I could go without all the Killstar mentions on the pants, but at the same time, like, yeah, this is a Killstar pants, so obviously they had to put it on there. I love that it has Laguna, Frankie, Cleo. It has Draculaura as well, and Claudine on the back. There's a lot of different, like, small designs, a lot of pictures everywhere. There's a lot of things going on, and it has blue, but I think this shade of blue is really nice. The pants are quite thin. They're very thin material. If I'm a little cold, they will not warm me up at all. And if the material stretches a bit, you can already see my skin underneath. So that is a little sad, and I definitely believe that for full price, these would have not been worth it for how thin the material is. Overall, I will still rate the pants 8 out of 10 because I love the design, and I will rate the dress about a 6.5 out of 10, I would say. Let me know what you guys think about these clothes in the comments. So that was it about the Killstar clothes. As I told you, it's not much, it's just a quick review. But again, this is just a big mix of random things that I had nowhere else to put. So this is what you're getting in this video. Now it's time to get into the final one. This is going to be my final check-in, so thank you so much for being here and thank you for watching. I'm just gonna say this now. Anything, any opinion, anything you have to say is welcome in the comment. Let's get into a final video and finish this mix of nonsense. Last but not least, a Draculaura jewelry box that I found in TK Maxx. It's very cool. I think it does have a little bit of a Y2K vibe and it has many different compartments. Black parts have glitter in them, which is a really cool touch, and I had to put the pink stickers in there myself, but it was easy enough. If you have lots of small accessories, then you can definitely put this box into good use. Just as lots of other Monster High merch, this one also has probably the most popular Monster High character on top, which is Draculaura, but you cannot be too mad about it when the final product looks this cute. This is the kind of storage device that I really truly enjoy because it doesn't just serve its purpose really well, but it also looks amazing. It can become a really good decoration piece in anybody's room. And by the way, it did not come empty, it came with a bunch of accessories. Unfortunately, I do not have that on video, but it did come with 2 pieces of Draculaura hair extensions, which I thought was really cool, and then the rest we're gonna look at right now. We have some fake stick-on nails, and these are supposed to be for children, but I don't have really big nails, so I am going to attempt to put these on my hands and we'll see how it goes. And I do love the attention to detail. I love that almost every single nail has a different design. Then we have 2 pieces of Draculaura hair clips, and I have to say I have lots of different Monster High hair clips, and these are probably some of my favorites so far. And finally we have some really cool nail art stickers, which I'm really excited about using. Once again, these as well feature some really cool designs. That's gonna be it for this video, so thank you so much for watching and see you in the next one.